Hello, and welcome back to Tectonica. So, I've been doing a little more tearing down. The admin area is now ready for use in other things. In this case, I'm going to use it to make drill bits. And yeah, I picked up a whole bunch of stuff while I was tearing it down, so we have everything all laid out in a box with an inserter to show me what's in it. And over here in the red boxes are the bulk things, the biggest bulk, of course, being limestone, which I get when I dig things out. There are probably little caches of bulk goods elsewhere, but I'm not too worried about them. The question is, do I have enough stuff on me to make all of the excavator bits will get us to the next level? And let's start off by making them. I'm going to come out here, say on this line. This guy is going to be making excavator bit Mark 6. And we want to very carefully use stack filter inserters all over the place to get our goodies in and out. Now, what are our goodies? Well, our output here is stack filter inserters Mark 7. Actually, I don't need a box on this one. And that input is going to be stack filter inserters Mark 6 and 5. There we go. You are just going to come straight over here where you are going to get dumped into here. And I think I can downgrade this guy as low as possible inserter. There we go. Now, what are our other inputs? We have the carbon frames. Always have a hard time finding that in the filter list. And we also have actuators. Now the carbon frames I will need, again, here, a total of 1,800 carbon frames to make the drill bits that get us to level 15. I do have that. Actuators we're going to need to make some, which is why I tore down that box. I'm going to put in a box here, and we're going to put in 2,000 of the carbon frames. I may have to go find them. There's carbon, and carbon frames. No, that's not carbon frames. These guys are all empty. So the downside of not carrying everything is I occasionally have to go look for it. That is perfectly okay in my book. Although, I can see how this could be irritating. Oh, there it is. So we needed at 1,800. I'm going to put in 2,000. So we got those, and I'm going to put all of my excavator bits. Now we need a total of 18 excavator bits, and I have 15 of them. So we're going to need to make 3 more of those. I wonder if I can just make them. If I can make them out of hand, I will just do that. We have the materials, but we can't make them in our hands. Okay, well, that's all right. We'll just put this guy out here, and I will set this up for the correct excavator bits. That. I'm going to do one batch by control clicking them in. We'll get the batch started, and then I will control click them out. The other thing we need are the actuators. Now, I could start building all of everything out that way to build all of the bits, but frankly, I have enough low value bits, low numbered bits that we could just get there from here. Actuators, I need a total of 72 actuators. So we're going to go down here and we're going to say, what do we need for actuators? Where's our actuators? Things that look like hair dryers. Have problems finding these things. I need 72 of these. 72. Let's see, how much of each of the inputs do I need? So that's going to be 180 electric motors and 18 times 72, 1,296 iron frames. Well, let's do the easy parts first. Got 180 electric motors. We're going to open up a box so we can do that. I'm going to find my electric motors. We have a whole bunch more in other boxes, but I can find them here. I can find them here. I know I had some. We need 180 of those. I'm going to load those in directly. That. Now, iron mechanisms. We need a total of 432 iron mechanisms. Well, I'm just going to put a stack of 500 in. And carbon frames. Let's see, 1,296. How about 1,500 carbon frames? Where did they go? We need to pick up some more carbon frames. There's 1,250, 1,500. That should do it. Just like that. And this will go build all of our actuators, which I am going to put in a box. Just like that. And I'm going to take out of the box, just like that. I'm no fool. We've got the 4 from there. I'm going to put into this box. And now it's just a matter of waiting for that to happen. So, let's see, we're waiting on actuators, which make very, very slowly, feeding into drill bits, which make very, very slowly. I'm going to put my 24 in there. What I don't use, that's all right. And while that is going, let's go take a look at what's going on elsewhere in the base. Let's do a quick tour, since we have time to kill. So Lima is still producing its iron and copper ingots, and it's still backed up, so we still don't need to worry about changing anything about Lima. Now, at some point, if I needed a lot of copper and iron for any reason, there are 2 big nodes back that direction. Below the floor, we can dig over and down to them. But I don't think at this point we're going to need them. At least not for the near future. Victor. So, Victor below is still sending up all of the unrefined diesel, which we are sending to floors 1, 6, 12, and 13. 1 and 6 are using it to do mining and smelting, and 12 and 13 are keeping those levels drained. We also have some that's kept locally. That is feeding our miners and smelters for iron and copper. And I noticed that suddenly, let's see, it looks like guy is not moving. How am I not getting any output here? Oh, these guys require fuel. Oh, I had this turned off. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. There we go. So that's why we had no copper slabs. Because I had turned off the flow of explosives, even though I have more than enough explosives. And again, we are going to run that guy. So there we go. So this guy will run every cycle through, because he's got a lot to do. So yeah. He's turning out 10 of them. So he's turning out 50 per minute. Means he's consuming, what, 100 a minute? And he's receiving 8 per minute. Okay, so this guy will chew through its input very quickly. And notice some of our ingots, half of our ingots, our slabs, excuse me, are coming over here where they have an opportunity to be used to produce large amounts of copper ingots. Should we need them? We did need them at one point. We will need them again in the future. And apparently you can fly up into the rock. Now, if you fly too far up, if you get kicked too far up, it will respawn you back at the elevator. I suppose when you're out of time and money, you take the easy path on that sort of thing. That's all right. Better than I could do. So that's going. Victor's looking good. Our science has currently stalled because I have not given it any more relays and motors. That's all right. We're currently sitting with 342 science available, and every time I've gone back to look at what I can unlock that I haven't unlocked, I'm looking at it thinking, I don't really need to unlock this yet. We will need to find out if I need to make sesamite ingots, because if I need sesamite ingots, I'll need to get serious about making some sesamite seeds, which are going to require kindlevine and shiverthorn seeds and sesamite powder. We have all that handy. We have a whole bunch of seeds handy. We're good. So we will be able to do that. Logistics. We have not built any monorail tracks at all in this playthrough. Okay, we have all of our transportation unlocked that we want. Energy, I believe everybody is energy specific. Let's unlock that accumulation. Why is crystal synthesis? Enable the production of sesamite crystal via compression of sesamite powder and a catalyst. Yields a moderate amount of power. Okay, so yeah, sesamite powder and shiverthorn extract together make crystal, and I'm sure there's all sorts of interesting things to do with crystal other than making sesamite powder and shiverthorn extract. Science. Disassemblies and scrap dipping and more disassemblies. Nothing there really to us. Construction, I am not spending any green science unlocking it. So we're good. We're good on science. Eventually I will need to beef this up and actually have a science line here. That's for later. Storage, nothing's on storage. Hydro is hydro, it hasn't changed any. Admin, we were just there. Let's head to X-ray. X-ray lower, nothing of interest. And X-ray upper is 17909. This is where we're doing our steel. And I think our ratios will have changed here. They have indeed. Because these guys are turning out 30 a minute, and these guys can take in 25 a minute. And these inserters, these inserters are just fine. But my smelters are running 30 a minute. Anyway, so we could increase our steel ingot production somewhat. It looks like we're not using it as fast as we're making it, so this is building up, but slowly. What if I upgraded all of these to Smelter Mark II? Well, I don't have any Smelter Mark IIs on me, so it's not a question I can answer. I would get more steel out, but we're not actually using any steel, so let's not worry about it. And normal X-ray, the production terminal X-ray. This is where I'm doing my Atlantum stuff. So we are exploding Atlantum out of that area. We have a box here of random Atlantum crap. And this guy is blowing up everything it receives each cycle. Good, good, good. And we are splitting. We have a box in case everything backs up. And we split half and half between turning it into ingots and boxing it up. And we have quite a lot of it boxed up. But that's good. I hear the drill. I hear the elevator going. We're going here. We're grinding away. Yay! Slowly but surely. Excalibur, there's nothing on Excalibur. There's nothing on research. Let's just take a quick look at Foundry. We keep coming back here. Here's our pure diesel. It's still working. Get over here, I can see a slight green cast to everything. So everybody is working its way through. Some of these guys are backed up, which is good because I only needed 6 of these, so 4 of them at any given time should be backed up, and the others may flick on and off. Look at how much Shiverthorn extract we are consuming. My goodness, you a thirsty boy. Over here, here's our explosives, which are capable of doing 600 a minute, but are probably producing a whole lot less. And it looks like we are using a lot of explosives on floor 12. We'll have to watch that. We'll have to watch as we get to these floors and see if any of them are not getting as much as they want. It's quite likely that our throughput is going to be limited by these guys. I may need to put a second stack inserter in. Oh, that was 2 and 6. Let's go back and take a quick look at 2 and 6, specifically at explosives. So 2 explosives are doing just fine. Look at 6. And the explosives are doing just fine. Okay. So 2 and 6 are receiving explosives, but they're receiving them fast enough. We're good. Those are probably building up buffers. It's likely that what's happened is they're still filling in from when I erased everything. So 2, and we're good. Yeah. Okay, so they're actually buffered up. And over here we have our farm, which is stalled because we have filled up our shiverthorn bucket. Let's take that out and slide it up there so the farm can continue to farm. We're also using biobrick from here, which is why I didn't want this to stall out. I don't know whether the amount of biobrick I'm using is more or less than the amount that would come naturally from our use of shiverthorn. We'll continue to check back. We have nothing on 10 and 11. Sierra, we are maintaining it empty. It's got our accumulators up top. Okay, the accumulators are full. We'll take a quick look. Oh, and also the carbon. I laid this out, and I'm not using it yet. I'll use it when I need a lot more carbon. And this guy is nice. It is using explosives, which are backed up. That's good. Now, if I hadn't set this up for infinite resources, this bit of carbon would be long gone. Okay? Carbon was my limiting factor in the last playthrough. It was running out, literally. We had that down there, and this over here, and that over there. And I found just a few more bits of carbon here and there, but I probably didn't actually run out of carbon so much as get irritated at having to chase down new sources of carbon rather than solving problems. And we don't really need to go back and look at the pump because we can see it's turning out it's 50 sand a minute right there. Archive. So archive is sitting here. I could scan down all of this stuff. I could pick up all of the bits of catwalk and everything and use them elsewhere, but it doesn't need to. I can always come back and grab them if I need them. So we still have our big stack in here. I took away his power, and I took away all but 6 of the pumps. Come on. So what we have is 6 pumps draining out 1,250 kiloliters a minute. We only need 3. I've got the 6 in place just because there's no real point in taking them out. It's not like we're wasting any fuel. It will be drawing the fuel slower, because it's not pumping as fast. So we are healthy. And again, this is using the unrefined biobrick diesel. We're saving the pure stuff for the main level that we're draining, which is, and we are back to it now, laboratory. So I've been looking at this, and we right now are running dig speed equal to refill rate because our bottoms are now bottomed out. And I need to dig down further to get these going. Let's do that. I certainly hope that we can. The way I do this is I put myself right in line and I put myself straight down. That sets up a nice deep area. And then I just keep my dig going as I go down the line here. Now I haven't let these completely go out before in this playthrough. Notice this one on the end has this piece of scrap in it. And I don't think you can drill through the scrap. And I'm going to dig a little around to the side here, just so we have a nice wide area. It's entirely possible that I need to pick up and put down all of my drills at this point, simply because they are all beyond, they're all above the level of the sand now. Yeah, I am going to need to reset drills to get anything better than the base recovery rate or the base fill rate. Let's respawn to get back to the top. And I'm going to delay doing him because he's the one that I figure is probably not going to be able to have pumps placed again. Oh, I do have some pumps back in admin. I picked up some extra pumps somewhere. Let's bring them along so I can poke around with them. I can try to add a pump before I delete a pump. Out here somewhere. There they are. We've got another, what, 6 pumps? 6 pumps. Trying to set this up so we can make more progress. So I set up this area out here in case I needed to move stacks. Now this is not a valid placement because it doesn't reach down to any sand. I can place here. And if I do, I can see that this pump sees 1,002, almost 13,000 megaliters, which is what we get when we dig out from underneath them. We do need to replace the whole stack to get them all see the new distance. And you know, so now he is running his 350 kiloliters per minute. Okay, so with this stack going, thus we're now at 11,700. 11700. So we increased it by 350. So we increased that by 10 pumps worth. 10 full pumps digging. We're going to want to do the same thing here. Let's make sure that he can get one added. Yep. I'm going to go grab the whole thing. I'm pretty sure that if I do the digging before these guys run out, I don't have to reset the pump. I didn't reset the pump before. This time is different because we did get all the way down to 0. And this one, again, we double check that we can place pumps here. 1, 3, 8. Whatever, 13K, almost 14K. we go. So we're back to 1,000, back to 14,000. We divide that by 350, and that is 40 pumps running at full dig rate as far as draining the level is concerned. The pumps on the left are probably only turning out, they're turning out 50 sand per minute instead of 100. So they're lower sand rate, but we're still digging out as fast as we were. So I am not going to move anything right now. If we had to relocate this pump stack, we'd have to redesign this whole thing here. And I think what I would do is relocate it to this area, like here. Okay. And then we'd have our stuff over here. I think I would just set these up as pure power. But do power on all of these and then take as much sesamite sand as I wanted from this side. You aren't needed. I need to make some more 5x5s at some point. Now those do require concrete. I put in something temporary to make a bunch of them, and then I picked it up when I made a few of them. And I need iron. I need more concrete before I can make any more. Yeah. If push comes to shove, we can rip up all sorts of 5x5s from all over the world. So this level is now healthy again. We got down to this, and I looked from here, and there's this big area that we're in. There's the scrap iron ran into. I don't really see anything going down lower. Let's see if we can get down to the level of the sand. See if we can see anything on the Echo sketch looking from this low. I am not seeing anything on the Echo sketch below the level of the sand right now. So I think the rest of this level draining isn't going to expose anything of any interest. Oh, and that is why we are digging to level 15. So with that in mind, I'm headed back to where we're doing our digging. Back to admin. Now this guy is turning out one of these every minute. Now I could duplicate him. I could run these in parallel, or we could just wait. I think I'm just going to wait. But yeah, I will start recording again when we have something interesting happen, which will probably be breaking through to level 15. I don't know. See when we get there.